Welcome to Fight News Now. I'm John Pollock. We have a lot coming your way over the next hour. John Ramdine and Robin Black are currently in Ottawa, Ontario, getting set for Saturday night's return of the UFC to Canada. They will be checking in with the latest that is happening in our nation's capital, and there's a lot of UFC news coming out. They have announced that they will be holding their next Fox card on Saturday, August the 27th, in a return to Vancouver, British Columbia at the Rogers Arena. That show is going to be headlined by Charles Oliveira, who headlined the UFC's last card in Canada in Saskatchewan. He will be welcoming Anthony Pettis to the 145-pound weight class as the former lightweight champion looks to snap a 3-fight losing streak. It has also been announced, first by MMAJunkie.com and later confirmed by the UFC, that the organization has signed former Bellator lightweight champion Will Brooks, who never lost his Bellator championship but was stripped of the title. He will be competing against Ross Pearson on the Tough 23 finale card, which happens Friday night, July the 8th, the night before UFC 200. We're going to be discussing all the latest from Ottawa, Ontario. You're also going to hear from a number of the competitors who will be part of Saturday's card. And of course, John Ramdine and Robin Black will be checking in from Ottawa. All that and more coming your way on today's edition of Fight News Now.
What's going on, everybody? John Ramdine and Robin Black here at Lansdowne Field, joined by Donald Cowboy Cerrone, who's in the co-main event of UFC Fight Night here in Ottawa, taking on Patrick the Predator Cote. Donald, the first thing I have to ask you is, we saw it in California. They changed the rules when it comes to weight cutting. Fighting at 170 pounds, how good do you feel at this point before leading into a fight?
I feel great. And the weight cut would be awesome for me if I was at 55. I got 5 pounds to go right now. I mean, I eat whatever I want. I had breakfast, so the weight's it's weird. I go up a weight class, and I'm lighter than when I fight at 55. How about that?
Learning something new, obviously, about the game, constantly evolving. Have you learned anything new about yourself over the last number of years? It seems that your star's as high as it's ever been in the sport. People want a piece of the Cowboy.
Yeah, just learning how to have fun, man. I like the journey. This journey is so fun to me. You know, like coming to Canada, going to Japan, Australia. I fought on every continent except for Antarctica. So pretty cool, right? So hopefully the UFC will go to Antarctica.
Yeah, fight a penguin. Donald, you've said before you don't really look at these guys before you fight them. In that first minute or two, what kind of data are you gathering the first couple minutes you're in there with them?
Trying to pick up their rhythm, pick up their speed. That's for damn sure, because like I said, I don't watch tape on them. I can honestly say I've seen Patrick fight Kyle Noakes. I can't say I've never seen him fight, but I've seen him fight my team. Other than that, I don't watch any footage or don't care.
And a guy like Pat isn't. You like to make people make mistakes, either find their mistakes or force them to make one. Pat's fundamentally really sound. If he's not going to make mistakes, what's the game? You break him down. What?
Outstrike him, make him shoot. Try and make him desperate.
One of the things I talked to you about in Las Vegas, you talked about your times fighting kickboxing overseas, about having some really great times, even though there was no money involved, that you were doing it for the passion and just enjoying it. Is that what's happening in mixed martial arts for you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's why I fight so much, man. I love it. I mean, the pay's great now. You can't complain, but I love it. It's the same passion, same fun, same this whole journey this week is, I get to go kick ass on Saturday night. Come on, man,
In that hour or two before and that walk out there, that's still a weird period, right? Like you're still getting in a car accident with a professional athlete. How do you frame that different now than 2 or 3 years ago?
Oh, it's not any different. It's still sickening and scariest feeling on the world, But it's different if right now someone came out and I fought, it's game time. But to sit and wait hours before, it's something you got to deal with. And it's part of the ride, man. It's part of the scare and the feeling that I'm chasing, right? So one day it's not going to be there anymore. So I got to take it all in now.
Have you had to rely on training partners and teammates to help you get over that hump to realize?
Yeah, we have no idea how to figure it out. I'm back crazy, so I don't know how you're going. You can't fix crazy. So
sometimes after a fight, your body's beat up. Like,
sure.
People know that. They watch that. That feeling of that week or two after, win or lose. What is that experience like?
Well, lose. I mean, you're at your lowest low, man. It's crazy the things that go through your mind. Winning, for me, it's just right back to life. As soon as I leave here, I'm headed to the lake, get on the boat. So that's my next week looks like. Budweiser's and water.
When you talk about, we talk to many fighters that talk about the balance, that you cannot just dip your toe into mixed martial arts. But I think when a lot of people think about Donald Cerrone, you have so many other things going on. It seems from the outside that you're kind of dipping your toe into the sport of mixed martial arts. How important is balance?
Yeah, well, just how they talk about the balance, I agree with them on the other side of it. Like, I see too many people just shut themselves away for 8 weeks, 9 weeks. They just close the door and think, all I need to do is live, eat, breathe MMA. And when it comes time to fight, they're so consumed by it, So, no, I I go and live life, man. Have fun, you know. Fighting is just something I do.
Mike Bisping was talking in the couple weeks. He's like, normally, like he said, like you just said, he overtrains. There's a mental roller coaster of that 8 weeks, then 7 weeks, all that kind of stuff. He rolled off the couch and just won the middleweight title. That made sense to you, right?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, sometimes he didn't have time to think about anything. He just had to go out there and perform, let his instincts take over, you know, and that's how I go on.
You've been fighting your whole life. I mean, getting in there and fighting is what you do.
That's exactly how I feel, man. Let's go. Saturday night's just another day in the park.
We saw you having some fun with some of the CFL guys, throwing some footballs around, trying to teach them how to kick, some fundamentals. Is that the future for you? Do you want to teach? Is that,
no teaching for me.
Why?
I'm gonna be a movie star, baby.
More girls.
Is it a difficult thing to try to bestow your knowledge on somebody, or you're just a doer?
I'm
Somebody
a doer.
else.
Yeah, I'm a doer, and when you can't do it right, I'm like, what? Figure it out, bro. I don't know how to tell you how to. Just do it. This is how you're supposed to do it.
Those guys couldn't throw kicks to save their life. Like their hips didn't move that way. What was the deal?
I think it's just years of doing it right. You know, I probably couldn't. Well, maybe I could run a touchdown. I don't know, but who knows?
When you think about your place in the sport, of course, 170 pounds, I don't know if it's going to be a permanent move for you. Is it just come down to the biggest fights, the most interesting fights, the best challenges
Good money
for you?
The money's the same. So, like everyone talks about, oh, you want to fight Conor? Like that doesn't do anything. Sure, it'd be a good fight to do, but I don't get paid anymore. Like the general public thinks that's like the payday, the golden egg. It's not. I get paid the same whether I fought. Now, it's different with Diaz because he renegotiated before the fight. You know, it was a last-minute deal, all that went. But me, if I would take a fight, no, it's the same money I make across the board, so it don't matter. And you're asking, do I want bigger fights? Sure, I like big fights. Do I want any fight? Yeah, I like any fight.
So the goal for you when you look at your career is just take the biggest fights, do the Donald Cowboy Cerrone mixed martial arts way, and that's what people are tuning in for.
I want people to know, like, oh, Cowboy's fighting. We gotta watch. That's all I want. I want people to know, not all, you know, maybe we'll see. I want to be like, no, that throws down. We're gonna watch.
You know they do feel that way, right?
Well, that's what I want. That's my legacy. That's what I want. I wanted Cowboys on the car. We watching. You know, we love watching because we can see your passion that you just want to fight. You know, and the breed's dying, man. I see a lot of athletes trying to become fighters, and fighters.
What's the difference?
They don't have the it factor.
Can it be taught?
No, you cannot teach it. You cannot teach it. And I see a lot of, you know, because an athlete, you see them, they're great in the gym. They fight great until the tide. All it takes is that one boop, and you see the tide of the fight change. Like, oh, he just lost it. But the fighters have that game inside of them where they just don't care. They put their head down, and chonk, you know. So it has to be. You can't teach that. It's inside you.
Donald Cowboy Cerrone takes on Patrick the Predator Cote here in Ottawa at UFC Fight Night. And don't forget to keep it locked to FN for the prelims that start at 8:30. And, of course, the main card goes down on TSN.